ultimately, you have the last say of what is going to happen in your life, known or not known. Okay? And when I do reading, or when I listen to a reading, I take it with a grain of salt. Because I know at the end of the day, I've got full control over what happens in my reality. And I say this with past experience because if you've been around for a while, you know that in 2008, 11 years before that, on November 19th, November 19th, 2008, I was hit by a car. Okay? And I was projected 30 feet through the air, fell on my head, broke my skull, broke my bone, broke a lot of bones, was rushed to the hospital, and the doctors put me in an induced coma to keep me alive while my body was recovering. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because from the doctor's perspective, I would not be able to either walk again, talk again, wake up from my coma, or whatnot. Like, something would have been left less than, right? Now, here I am, 15 years later, having not only graduated from college, finished my college degree, graduated from college, finished, and graduated from university. Not only do I have a job now and all that stuff, and I can actually string full sentences together, I mainly completely overcame my accident, right? I did. And so whatever a reader tells you, whatever I tell you does not apply until you make it apply. It will not apply. So if you don't like it, don't listen to it. Take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. So that is what I have for my insight. Now on to and the reason why I say that is because we as readers tap into a possibility of the future, depending on where we are currently at in our frame of mind, in our beliefs, and in our perspectives. That's what we are picking up on because that's what we subscribe to. But if we shift, but because you, okay, are a powerful creator and your vision of your future has more say than my vision of your future, don't listen to what I say. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright? So, that was it for my little insight. So, for the individuals who do not feel capable of doing something, the way you can change that is by being open to change. Because maybe what you've been trying to do up to this point is not necessarily the best thing to do in order to feel capable. I feel like your ego is trying to tell you what will actually get you to feel capable. That is what I'm getting with that. You got envision. Envision yourself completing the task. Envision yourself doing whatever it is that you would like to do or that you don't feel worthy of doing in order to complete it well. Okay? Bless. If you don't feel like you belong, bless them. Bless them and let it go. Stop thinking about it. Think about something else. And you'll see how the energy will shift because you are more in line with just letting go and what no longer serves you. Expand your understanding, expand your vision, expand your perception, expand your fill in the blank. Expand that thing that you do not feel perfect in. Okay? In order to have a better view of the of the whole picture. So what this is making me think is take a third person perspective on things, and with that more global vision of it, it'll allow you to see clearer, see farther, see further, farther or further. Okay, and be able to um, better utilize your intuition in regards to whatever is making you feel not perfect this week. Okay, know that everything will be fine, everything will work out in the end. So for my individuals who do not feel significant, with this card, I feel like you are significant, you just don't see it yet. And what this would indicate is that you just need to get out of your own way, which is easier said than done, I know. But I feel like what you don't feel significant about is that you don't feel like, well, it's in the word. Feeling significant would mean that you feel important in regards to whatever this is. And if you don't feel important in regards to something, that's just your current perception of where you stand in regards to it. And so I feel like letting go and letting God and just knowing that everything will be fine, everything will work out in the end, right, will be your best bet. Okay, maybe right now you're just like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And I know you don't. If I was in your place, I would probably not understand what I was talking about. But sometimes, and you learn this pretty early on, is that you don't need to know everything. God knows. Only God knows. So just leave it up to God. Let go and let God, literally, okay? Visualize the future you want and take aligned, inspired action to achieve what you visualized. If you don't feel good enough, I feel like you are, and I feel this will, you're doing, I feel like it's going to be an important message because I yawned. Now, this card says visualize the future you want and take aligned, inspired action to achieve what you visualize. So for my individuals who do not feel good enough, I would suggest that you see it in your mind's eye, that you visualize yourself doing that thing that you do not feel good enough doing, but because your mind sees you doing it and sees you progressing whilst doing it, or sees you in the while doing it, the more you visualize, the more you do it, the more it'll start believing that you've done it, because there is a distinction here. What you see in your mind's eye and what you see with your actual physical eye is your mind cannot distinguish. Okay, it does not know what's real and what's fake. So that's how visualization helps. Okay, it's not because you actually did it in reality, it's because you've done it in your mind's eye or in your mind, where things you believe are, where if you believe something, you'll think about it, and if you think about it, it will come true. Okay, it will materialize itself. Now, if you've heard athletes visualize themselves running that race, running that track, doing that, they visualize themselves that day. In that day, they visualize themselves with all, like, with details and all that stuff. Okay, they visualize themselves doing it. And the more they visualize themselves doing it, the better they will see the better outcome it will have for them. Okay?